Bienvenue tout le monde. Welcome everyone. This is such a wonderful sight to see this room totally packed. There are a few more seats. So for those of you, I can see a few in the back that are looking for more seats. There are a few more seats available here in front. And I can see there's a seat over there, maybe two. Yeah, 2 seats over there. So it is our huge pleasure to begin this session, this end-of-year celebration, Neuro-AI celebration by the UNIQ Center, the Quebec Center for Neuro-AI Research. Let me just get this going. Okay, so before we get started, that was a quick trailer, and I'd like to, of course, start with indigenous land acknowledgement. So I acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the traditional and unceded territory of the Kanyankahaka, Mohawk, a place which has long served as a site of meeting and exchange among nations. And we're grateful to be able to share this space and do this research and have this nice gathering here on this land. So first of all, I'll take just a couple of minutes because I can see many faces that we know, that I know very well. I'm happy you are all here, but also many new faces. And so I'll just take a couple of seconds, or maybe just 1 minute, to tell you a little bit about the UNIQ Center. So who is UNIQ? What is UNIQ? UNIQ stands for Union Neurosciences et Intelligence Artificielle au Québec, which is unifying neuroscience and AI here in Quebec. We are an FRQNT strategic cluster. We are a center on a mission. We have 5 highlights for our mission. First of all, we aim to bring together leading AI and neuroscience researchers in a dedicated multi-institutional research initiative across Quebec. The objective also, basically our second mission, is to unravel biological intelligence and also boost machine intelligence through the joint exploration of the common foundations or the common principles of brains and machines. Thirdly, we are aiming to spearhead research in the neuro-AI ecosystem and discipline in Quebec and aiming to achieve international leadership in this field. Very important to us is our objective to train the next generation of brain data scientists and machine learners to address Quebec's growing need for highly skilled personnel in this area. And also to promote equity, diversity, and inclusion in research and training within the AI and the neuroscience fields across Quebec. So I think most of you here don't need to hear about this because you are well aware of this. Many of you are from the UNIQ Center, or many of you are involved already in neuro-AI research. The initial idea was to have neuroscience inspire AI, AI inspire neuroscience, so bidirectional. And the more, over the last years, we've also been shifting towards something more in between, just beyond this just bidirectional interaction, to go to a fusion. And the term neuro-AI now has become very common, and this is at the core of what UNIQ does. So we are about 103 researchers right now, including 67 regular members across 8 academic institutions across Quebec, and 36 local and international collaborators in the UNIQ Center. I won't bore you with the percentages and the details. Many of our researchers are from McGill, Université de Montréal, Sherbrooke, Concordia, UQAM, Polytechnique, and ULaval. We have, last time we counted, roughly 33 chairs within our members, and we have partners and collaborators, including Ivado, HPHL, Sentinel Nord, TransmedTech, MyTax, Mila, and as I said, we are primarily funded by the FRQNT, Fonds de recherche sur la nature et les technologies au Québec. We have 4 research axes. Again, the idea is that all of these terms, the 4 axes you see here, perception and control, higher order cognition, networks, and learning, each one is to be seen both from a neuroscience perspective, but also from an AI or a machine learning perspective. We'll be happy to tell you more about all of this later on this evening. I don't have time now. Just to tell you, across these 4 axes, we have 2 co-directors or co-leaders for each one of these research axes. And you can see here our co-leaders for axis 1 is Flavie Lavoie-Cardinal and Andrea Green, Joshua Bengio and Paul Chizek for axis 2. For the learning axis 3, that's Doina Prikup and Yves de Coninck. And for the 4th axis, it's Guillaume Lajoie and Bratislav Misik. So we were created in 2019, so we're just still a toddler center, but we have strong ambitions, and we're hoping with the strength of the community and everybody we see here today that we'll make a lot of beautiful things happen. So a last word, now we're going to move towards our partners and friends. Friends sounds way better than sponsors, so these are our partners and our friends. And what I'll do first, I'm going to invite to the stage Dr. Yves Joannette, who is the Associate Vice Rector of Research, Discovery, Creation, and Innovation, VRDCI. It took me some time to remember this acronym. And he's also the Director of the Digital Health Consortium en Santé Numérique at Université de Montréal. Donc please join me in welcoming Yves Joannette.
Merci Karim. Je suis très heureux d'être ici et de représenter le vice-rectorat à la recherche, la découverte, la création et l'innovation, comme le disait Karim, qui est en fait toute la trajectoire de l'idéation jusqu'à la mise en œuvre de l'Université de Montréal pour cette soirée de célébration et de réflexion sur le futur de la Neuro-AI. UNIC is an excellent grouping in Neuro and AI of 8 universities, initially propulsed by the University of Montreal through the Innovation Lab and its thematic Rethinking Life, La Vie Repensée. It's not surprising because here at the Université de Montréal and in Quebec and Montreal, these are strengths in research in terms of neuroscience on one side and AI on the other side, and bringing them together in the 2 directions is certainly the important thing to do. In fact, I was recently in a big meeting in my own field, which I would call Human NLP, where there's a real impact now of this double inspiration, namely how human intelligence can inspire artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence can inspire human intelligence, and how, as Karim just mentioned, they can even at one point merge together and fuse and have some kind of particular role. So it's been an inspiration for AI R3. I was thinking about the English acronym, which is just the reverse of the French one, which is this CFREF Apogée subvention, which the University of Montreal received and had the confirmation last year under the scientific direction of Joshua Bengio, but also under the direction of Luc Vinet and the whole team at Université de Montréal. And this is exactly in the heart of this new initiative to bring together neuroscience and computational neuroscience in particular, and AI, in order to think about the next generation of AI, in order to better serve and better be applied in different areas, including environment, new materials, including new drugs, and also in the health service. So thanks for the speakers who are here tonight. Commencer par mon collègue professeur Joshua Bengio. Thanks to Dr. Bouzaki for being here as well. And I would say a special thank to Dr. Nancy Kenwisher who we met on screen 2 years ago because Dr. Kenwisher received from the University of Montreal the Justine and Yves Sergent International Award, recognizing a woman of excellence in cognitive neuroscience. So thanks for you to be here. And again, congratulations, this time in person. And thanks to all the team of Unique, the different director that Karim mentioned, all the researchers, students, and also the support personnel, and of course, the intelligence première, the first intelligence of Unique, Karim Gerbi. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Merci. Okay, it's now my pleasure to introduce Professor Andrea Ruxandra Schmitzer, who is the Vice Dean of Faculty of Arts and Sciences, la FAS, at l'Université de Montréal, for a quick word. Please join me in welcoming her.
Bonsoir tout le monde, good afternoon. Donc, comme Karim vient de le mentionner, je suis Andrea Schmitzer, je suis vice-doyenne aux affaires professorales, partenariat et innovation à la Faculté des Arts et des Sciences. C'est un réel plaisir pour moi pour vous accueillir chez moi. Mes laboratoires se retrouvent ici au campus 1000 lors de cet événement unique puisqu'il nous permet de célébrer à la fois l'effervescence dans le domaine de la neuro-IA et le succès du centre unique. This end-of-the-year celebration of Neuro-AI research presented by the Unique Center, it's an amazing opportunity to focus on the latest advancements in Neuro-AI research. This event is a unique opportunity to engage with the brightest minds in the field. Pour entendre des scientifiques de renommée internationale comme la Dr. Nancy Kenwisher et le Dr. Georgi Buzaki, et évidemment Yoshua Bengio. Vous êtes plus de 500 personnes à vous être inscrites, personnes issues de plusieurs institutions académiques et de diverses disciplines scientifiques. Que vous soyez chercheuses, chercheurs, professeurs, étudiantes ou étudiants, merci d'avoir répondu en si grand nombre à cette formidable invitation. Les opportunités scientifiques et les futurs défis de l'intersection interdisciplinaire entre l'IA et les neurosciences seront au cœur de diverses présentations et débats ce soir. Dès le début, l'intelligence artificielle s'est inspirée des neurosciences. Une multitude d'architectures algorithmiques, notamment celle des réseaux d'apprentissage profond, ressemblent aux mécanismes du cerveau. Aujourd'hui, ce sont les algorithmes de l'IA qui fournissent des approches qui permettent de traiter un vaste spectre de questions primordiales en neurosciences. Toutefois, les futures répercussions et les progrès des recherches, tant en neurosciences qu'en IA, résulteront en grande partie de la synergie qui se crée entre les deux communautés de recherche. Ces thèmes de recherche et cette synergie sont essentiels pour la Faculté des Arts et des Sciences et pour l'Université de Montréal. Our institutions has had found profound interests and resounding successes on these topics, from mathematics to psychology, from cognitive neuroscience to computer science. Our university is recognized as one of the top places to think about thinking. Le Centre québécois de recherche en neuro-IA reflète parfaitement cette symbiose entre la science du cerveau et la science des données, mais aussi entre l'intelligence artificielle et l'intelligence biologique. Le regroupement stratégique du FQRNT, créé en 2019, qui contient aujourd'hui plus de 67 chercheurs réguliers issus d'établissements universitaires du Québec, est une fierté pour la Faculté des Arts et des Sciences et l'Université de Montréal. Depuis ses débuts, plus de 60 projets en neuro-IA ont été lancés grâce à des bourses octroyées aux étudiantes et étudiants à la maîtrise, au doctorat et aux stagiaires postdoctoraux. Parce que ces projets sont co-dirigés par deux membres du centre qui ont des expertises en IA et en neurosciences, qui permettent la promotion de la recherche interdisciplinaire en neuro-IA et la création de nouveaux ponts entre les deux domaines scientifiques. Grâce à cela, en peu de temps, le Centre unique est devenu une référence dans le domaine de la recherche en neuro-IA au Québec. Pour finir, j'aimerais remercier toutes les personnes qui ont participé de près ou de loin à l'organisation de cet événement, dont Joséphina Rossel et Karim Gerbi, qui sont respectivement la coordonnatrice et le directeur du Centre unique. I hope you'll all enjoy this great event. Je vous souhaite à tous une bonne rencontre et des échanges super fructueux. Bonne soirée.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Maintenant, je vais inviter Danilo Zdok, who's the co-scientific director of IVADO, also known as IAR3. He's in charge of the research programs and relations with the academic members. Please join me in welcoming Danilo.
Thanks so much. Bonsoir à toutes et tous. I have the pleasure to say a few words about IVADO today. My name is Danilo Stock. I'm usually a professor at McGill and Miller. We do Neuro-AI ourselves in my team. And so today I talk to you in my new function as co-director of research programs of IVADO. So what's IVADO in short? It is an interdisciplinary consortium for research, training, and knowledge mobilization based in Montreal. So there's 5 universities, but it's based at the University of Montreal. It's partners who are way beyond just these academic institutions into industry and so forth. The core mission is really to promote AI and its wide-ranging applications, of which there are many, one of which Neuro-AI, of course. This is why we are here. And just to give you a sense, what Eve already mentioned, this is really $125 million that were allocated over the next 7 years, which is a lot of resources. And just as one example, this will allow us to recruit as many as 48 different professors, 24 at the University of Montreal alone over the next few years to support these endeavors. And the transcending theme across all the major directions of IVADO is the 3 R's: robust, reasoning, responsible. And so robust in the sense that we want to build algorithms that are resilient to rapidly changing environments. Reasoning in the sense that we want to make concrete steps towards kinds of algorithms and algorithmic solutions that are closer to Kahneman's system 2 type of thinking. So classes of cognitive processes, they are uniquely involved in us humans. And so the last are responsible. This is really, we want to build algorithms that are aligned with our human values, especially in our incredibly diverse societies. So I'm looking forward to the roster of amazing speakers today. And that's for my part.
Thank you, Danilo. And so now, last but not least, we will have a few words from Dr. Jenny Young, who is the Executive Director of the Canadian Brain Research Strategy, the CBRS. So please join me in welcoming Jenny.
Hi, everybody. It's truly a pleasure to stand before you at the Unique Center's Celebrating Neuro-AI event. As a neuroscientist, it's really exhilarating for me to witness the transformation that's happening in the field. And you at the Unique Center in Neuro-AI are at the forefront, poised to be the transformative force that will not just enhance our capabilities, but to redefine the very essence of brain research. No pressure. But as Karim said, Neuro-AI is not merely a tool, it's a paradigm shift, a revolutionary approach that I find so inspiring because it challenges traditional approaches, methodologies, and it opens doors to new dimensions of exploration. It requires a research ecosystem where people, data, and ideas can seamlessly flow across disciplines. And so Neuro-AI at the intersection of 2 incredibly fast-growing fields of neuroscience and artificial intelligence embodies this mindset that demands us to think outside the box. And similarly, the National Research Strategy for Brain and Mental Health that we are building challenges us to transcend the conventional. And after having spent 2 decades at the bench, I think that we have to think unconventionally to make any true headway in understanding such a complex system as the brain. So this is why the framework for our collective national strategy was driven by our early career researchers. And I can see some of you who took part in our workshops and roundtables. We see that a collaborative, transdisciplinary, and open research ecosystem is the future of brain and mental health research in Canada. So I know that it's a Canadian stereotype that we are big on collaboration, but that's why it's so inspiring to see you all here. I understand there's 500 of you who signed up very quickly and representing this diverse, the diverse representation that's at the Unique Center from across institutions, across Quebec, across Canada, and across the world. This really showcases the collaborative spirit that defines our ecosystem. And it's one of our unique strengths in building such a collaborative, transdisciplinary, and open ecosystem. What we need is the people and the infrastructure to support this. So our vision for a brain initiative is different from other brain initiatives around the world, but I think you get it. Like the work in the field of neuro-AI, it requires a paradigm shift that invites us to think beyond traditional frameworks. And we're not alone in believing this. So the slide behind me showcases all of the institutions, associations, and organizations that stand shoulder to shoulder in support of our national strategy. It's a powerful testament to the strength of our collective commitment and a beacon of optimism in a landscape that I know at times can seem challenging. So one final point before we continue, the transformative potential of neuro-AI extends beyond the laboratory and into the realms of policy and public understanding. Your work is something that captures the imagination of the public, of our policy and decision makers. And your stories have impact as we raise a united voice for federal funding for our brain initiative. So join us, be a part, because we're building this for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. So I'd also now like to thank the partners and the sponsors that made this event possible. Of course, FRQNT that I mentioned earlier, FRQNT et l'Université de Montréal. But we are also very happy to have the strong support over the years of IVADO, of Cerebrum, and of the Charret Lab through the Courtois Chair for Neuroscience. So please join me in thanking all our sponsors for making this event possible.